Welcome, everyone. What a beautiful day today. It's Thursday. And I was thinking today was Wednesday. Oh, Lord have mercy. That's really what I was thinking, but no, it's Thursday. So I'm like, today, does size really matter? Only if you want it to. That's the short answer. Only if you only if you want it to matter, does size matter. How so? You see, we tend to put things in a category. We put the job or the house or the car or the relationship in a higher category than something like, oh, a good day. When in actuality, it is what you want that determines its importance. You are the determining factor. If you want it, then it is yours and it is important. I don't know what's important to you, but you know what's important to you. So when we look at things and we say, oh, but I must have this. See how much weight you just gave that and how big you made it? And because you made it so big, it's now like it takes on this thing of being insurmountable where you can't achieve it because you don't even know if you deserve something that big or not. So don't judge things. When we judge things, that's when we give them a size of importance. Truly, that's what it is. Is it something that you want? Then it's important. Period. Whether it's like the coffee or the pizza or the free thing has exactly the same weight as the house, the car, the relationship, the job. You know what I'm saying? It has the same importance because it is you who wants it. But we get caught up in the assigning of importance to things, when in actuality, the thing that makes it important is the fact that you want it. No other reason. That's what gives it its validity. You. You. So you see, it has nothing to do with size. Because what happens when we say, I really want this thing, but it's so big, I don't even know if I can accomplish it. It's so far out there. It's so beyond my reach. Or sometimes we say, well, that's so insignificant. What's the point to even try? What difference is that going to make in my life? Listen, whether it is big or whether it is small, the influence upon your life is to strengthen your faith. Oh, it has nothing to do with I can't or I cannot. This is too big. This is too. No. No. Do you want it? Then that's where the importance lays or lies. That's where the importance comes in. Whether or not you want the thing. But when we judge a thing, okay, we give it weight. And that weight now becomes a burden to us. When in actuality, all you have to do is decide, what do I want? That's it. Don't be out here in these streets talking about, yeah, but maybe I'm too big for my britches. Maybe I don't deserve this. Maybe I haven't earned it. I haven't worked hard enough or long enough. Oh, you see what happens when we judge? You know you require something, but because you feel like you haven't paid your dues, you hinder yourself. What does dues have? You're not a country club. You don't have dues. You don't have to pay your dues. Do you want it? That's your qualifier. Oh, you don't make enough money? You don't get it then. That's not what we're dealing with. So long as it is a need that has arisen within you to say, oh, snap, I really need that thing, then it is yours. You don't have to qualify. You're done. So does size really matter? Only if you make it an issue. Because when you judge something and give it a size or weight of importance, now you have more mental chatter to contend with. That's what happens. So today, my beautiful friends, the only criteria required is, hey, do you want that? There's your criteria. There is your criteria. Oh, but that's too easy, is it? The very fact that you now say, this is what I require, this is what I'm creating, this is what I want. Now you have a whole host of things to go through to deal with that mentally. Now add weight to it. Hmm, sounds like a hindrance to me. So do not condition what it is that you want to experience in your life. If you want to experience something, then define what it is. Create a short scene that confirms that it is what it is and that you have accomplished it. And allow that sensation, that feeling. It's not an emotion, right? It's the when you know a thing, when you know you have victory. What happens to you when you know you're victorious? You do a dance, you do a jig, you get down at night. That's what you do. Because you know. You're not waiting for it to be confirmed, you already know. So you see, does size really matter? Size ain't got nothing to do with it. What the got to do? I couldn't help myself. But you get what I'm saying to you today. Don't put yourself in any unnecessary predicament. Simply make the decision. Do you want it or not? And then allow it to unfold, and you'll just follow along for the ride until that thing is fulfilled. But if you now add weight to it, oh man, that's too big for me. I'm not even good enough for that. My daddy said, my mama said, my teacher said, and here you are wanting it. But because you feel inadequate, how are you ever going to accomplish that task? You can't. So make things easy on yourself. So long as that thing is on your list and you want to experience it, that is your qualifier. That is your thing. So follow through with that because it makes your life simpler. Because, not that we mean to, but sometimes we compare ourselves. We look and we say, well, this person has what I want. Look at how much time they put in. Look at how much training they've got. Well, no wonder they have it. And then you disqualify yourself for lack of qualification. How do you know what the qualifications are? You're just presuming you don't actually know. Allow the thing you say you are creating to materialize. And in its unfoldment, it will qualify you in whatever area you require. Day in and day out, it will do this for you. We don't ever have to sit and languish and wonder, am I good enough? What kind of question is that? Hmm? Look at where the energy of that question comes from. Insecurity. Why would you be insecure when you know that it's not you who does the work, but your father that does the work? Who's your father? The greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Who is that? Your I amness. Your I amness. So listen, if you want to give it a personality, it loves to show off. hmm It loves to say to you, oh, that's what you want? Let me top that. Let me give you something more. And sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me give it to you. That's what's happening. Allow the law in its unfoldment to give you the desires of your heart with a little bit extra because, shoot, it only does abundance in the first place. So today, you don't have to fret and talk about, well, maybe I'll start small. Oh, things are given to you according to your faith. This will be a class all on its own. Faith. You're not out here in these streets running around trying to get faith. You already have it because faith isn't blind. But again, that's another lesson. So today, make the choice of what it is you want to create. Make the choice. That's your responsibility to make the choice. And then the law, in its all knowing way, unfolds and brings about the fulfilled desire so you can interact with it. That's the whole purpose. So don't disqualify yourself. You know when you get that thing in the mail, you've been pre-qualified. Those ones? Pre-qualify yourself. How do you do that? By recognizing that I am. So when you pre-qualify yourself, what have you done? You've solidified the fact that it is done. I have my desire. That's what you've done. So today, my beautiful friends, make a decision, not a judgment. Make a decision, not a judgment. Mm. Let us take a moment, shall we, to welcome everyone into the space this morning. Jeff, darling, I see you. It is so good to see you. That scripture always comes to mind. How good and pleasant it is. Because it is good and pleasant. Artoria. I see you. Ruby. I see you. Shay, Butter, Joaquin, Asonia, Anot. And for the ones who've not made themselves known, I see y'all. Fanbase, Malik, I see you. ZST, Coach, um, Naimaji, I think I'm saying it right. Um, Yolanda, I see you. I can't see Zola anymore. I don't know if she's still in the space or if the app is apping, but we'll continue. Arturia says, hey, what is this about? Because of the topic. So let's say it again. Does size really matter? No, it does not. What makes something matter is the role that you assign it. If you say, oh, I cannot accomplish this, I'll start with baby steps. What does Neville Goddard say about that? Well, what does the law say about it? Define what it is you want to accomplish. It says to define it, not judge it. When you say, well, that's too big for me to accomplish, or that's too small, that's just a waste of time, you are judging your situation, and judge not, lest ye be judged. So it's not that the thing is too big for you to accomplish. It's that you are entertaining thoughts that contradict what you say you want to create. That's what you're doing. The law is telling you, ain't nobody got time for that. I've always wanted to say that. Don't qualify the thing that you want, which means give it a rank. Oh, well, you know what? I'll work my way up to that. I'll do this. I'll do. No. Do you want it? Then that is what matters, not the size of the thing. Size is irrelevant. Shoot, it might even become a stumbling block for us. If we say, well, you know, I can't, then all that you are being asked to acknowledge, what do you want to create? That is the question the law is asking you and I day in and day out. Not whether you are good enough. See how big that is? Am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Have I paid my dues? You see how big that is? Because now, what if you didn't pay any dues? What if you've done nothing to merit your quote unquote accomplishment? See what happens? We disqualify ourselves. And we say, I'll go and I'll get better before I can accept it. And the law is saying, do you want it? Then accept it. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You just have to answer the question the law is asking. What is it you want to create? That's all the law is asking you. It's not asking you anything else. It's not saying to you, prove your worth, and I'll decide if it's yours or not. It's not saying that to you at all. It's telling you, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man comes to me except through the Father. That's what it's telling you. It's telling you, I am is the way. Who is I am? What is I am? You. Which means you are the determining factor for your success. You are. So today, this is the final moment that you qualify what it is you want to create in your life. Don't qualify it, because you know what happens? We talk ourselves out of what we desire. See, we talk ourselves out of it, but the desire does not go away, does it? Why? Because the desire is always seeking fulfillment. Every cause has its effect, and every effect its cause. The desire is seeking its fulfillment, and it must fulfill itself, or else you find yourself in a state of agitation. And if you are in a state of agitation, I wonder what you will experience. Well, as within, so without, as above, so below. You got the answer, don't you? The law is telling you it really isn't that complex. It's simple. But by our refusal to accept I am, we begin to try and justify our very existence. One does not need to justify existence, one needs to live. Period. That's what one is required to do, live. Not justify why you should live. The fact that you are alive, as I always tell you, it doesn't matter what dimension you're alive in. We know that there are dimensions. How do we know? Because the law tells us, as above, so below. There is life here. We are below, then there has to be life above. Do not ask me the shape that that life takes, because I don't know. I would only be speculating. But what I can say for fact, that there is life above, there is also life below us. Not above as in superior, not below as in inferior, but in position. Above you is life. There's something or some things alive there above. There are also some things alive below us, because we in the middle. So you see, there are other dimensions. You can't see it, but you know it's there by way of law. You know that it is there. So, because the law is, we are. There's your qualifier. There's your reason for living. The fact that you're here is your reason. Done. Now, how are you going to live? How do you want to live? Name that. Well, that's such a tall order. Name it. I didn't ask you if it's a tall or a short order. Law speaking. Right? Don't disqualify yourself. That's like just thumbing your nose at God, quote unquote, God being I am. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And we out here thumbing our noses at I am because we want to think small. Well, you know what? If I aim low, then I won't lose much. Oh, since when? You ever seen the law thinking small? Let there be light. How small was that? Not small at all. So you want to imitate something? Because they tell you imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I don't know how the other part goes, but you want to be great? Then mold and shape yourself after the law. Why? Because the law is great. I am is great. So mold and shape yourself after that greatness. And then what must you be? Great. But the law is telling you, you are already great. That's what it's saying to you. But we out here in these streets like, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. You think that the all does anything in vain? Oh, snap. In vain. Nah. How do you know that the law doesn't do anything in vain? It does everything deliberately. Because it tells you the all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. As above, so below. That is deliberate. To put above what you've put below. It tells you deliberately nothing is standing still, everything is moving. And how does it move? It swings from where it is to where it's going. And it swings in a rhythm, a predictable fashion. How deliberate is predictability? And then it brings about what? An effect based upon the cause. Who and what is the cause? You are the cause. But when I say you were the cause, sometimes we want to clutch our pearls and go, what? You mean I would have chosen something bad for my life? Listen, if you have chosen something that was undesirable from a place of ignorance, well, from a place of knowledge, you can do what according to Neville Goddard? Well, not according to Neville, he said it, but according to law. You don't like where you are? Change the cause. Look at what the thing is that you're complaining about. Look at it. Not to judge it, but to observe it so you can see the solution inside that miniature problem you've got. So today, my beautiful friends, you and I are not concerned with size, not in the least bit. So banish that thought, because I am. I am. When you say that to yourself, you begin to see the greatness that is within you. So you may as well stop rocking in the corner and accept that size only matters because you have assigned it that weight. Will make it weightless. Remove your attention from the size of a thing. Because when you do that, when you give it a size and you judge it, now you want to say, see, I told you I wasn't good enough. How can you be good enough when you do not allow yourself to be? Allow. So you see, my beautiful friends, size has nothing to do with it. Not in the least bit. So today, take charge. Take charge and remind yourself, hey, wait a minute. I already qualified. I'm already the best. Walk with that attitude of mind. Because remember, whatever is impressed upon your subconscious mind is what you are going to express in your world day in and day out. So you might as well get used to the fact that when you say, I'm wanting to create ... You see, the more you practice with that attitude that I'm creating ... you banish the judgment of size. You banish the judgment of importance. You banish the judgment of qualification. That is your word today. Stop the madness of, I'm not good enough. I might not. I don't know if I can. If you were part of, or if you are part of our bedtime narrations, you will comprehend. You will comprehend that it is you in your greatness. You've forgotten your greatness and somehow think that you're small and insignificant. When in actuality, you are phenomenal. So stop shortchanging yourself. What's it going to take for you to not shortchange yourself anymore? Simple. Test it. Go back and listen to some of those chapters and hear what those people's experiences were. And they get you fired up. And you say, if they can do it, let me practice, because they are ordinary people. We're just ordinary people. We're just ordinary people. But they did the extraordinary. And how did they accomplish the extraordinary? By using their mental faculties to change their physical experience. Monique, hey! So today, my beautiful friends, take that into account. That size is irrelevant. Size is irrelevant. Do you or do you not want the thing? Well, if you want it, you're not going to get it by how? Not by might, not by power, but by my who, what now? Spirit. What's your spirit? Can I jump in there with you? Yes, Marquise, honey. Yes. I don't want to cut you off. That's okay. Go ahead, sweetie. Share. Go ahead. Oh no, did we lose Marquise? No, I think he just had a hot moment. Yeah, I still. Yeah, okay, so cool. So, basically, what I was saying is this, right?
when you make it, you said we're assigned to weight. So when you make it weightless, we have to weight less, meaning it's already done.
Oh, oh, dropping bars in here. When you make it weightless, you have to weight less. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I heard you.
All right, cool.
Snapping my fingers.
Yeah, simple as that. I'm going to say that one more time.
Yes.
That
Say
goes
it
on to
again.
saying, like, people, if you start off right, if you just start off right, like halfway, you're already done, halfway done already. Just starting off of anything you do, if you start off right, you're already halfway done.
Exactly.
Man, you guys are dropping bars in here today. I love that phrase, by the way, as you can clearly tell. It is exactly that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, right? Ah.
But I appreciate the space. She's every day, man. This is just a beautiful thing to experience.
Wow. Y'all got me fired up this morning because I tell you, don't shortchange yourself anymore. Stop it. Because if you watch what we do,
Angela, we can't hear you.
Oh no, there it is.
I was wondering if she was talking or if she got
Look at that. Who could be calling me this early in the morning? Better be Jesus. Anyway, I digress. Right? Listen, we have got to stop shortchanging ourselves. Don't do it anymore. Not anymore. Because I know this is tomorrow's lesson about faith, but I'll touch a little bit with it here. It's not blind. You're not walking around in blindness and hoping. No. You were deliberate to create, and out of your deliberateness, you know the outcome. So that is your faith. But that's tomorrow. Hold on, y'all. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So today, size does not matter. So stop the madness. Right? Like Marquise said, make it weight less, then you gotta weight less. Hey, if that's not tight, I don't know what that is. That is awesome. Like seriously, I'm gonna be saying that all day now. Because that's it, right? Take the pressure off and let the thing rise. Rise, my creation, rise. Sorry, my son does that all the time. But now you get it. You be bold because you know what the steps are. Define, organize a scene, a small one, and rehearse it until you are convinced. You're convicted of its realness, its vividness. Because it is the thing that you create in your mind that brings about the shape in your world. And that is where I want to leave you this morning. Right there. Size doesn't matter. Your attitude does. Right then. Let me get the bowl. Because I have this girl swaddled and I can hear her out here fighting. Because she want to be in the thick of things. But that's all right. Let me get the bowl. I just love you guys so much. And if you have not been part of that nighttime bedtime narration, come on out to it. Gonna change your listen, just be there and see what happens. Remember today at noon, the private room. Yes, it's 500 hearts, but if you don't have 500 hearts, just slide into my DMs with your question anyway, and I'll ping you into that private room. Subscribers already on Fanbase, you just automatically get in. But that coaching will give you just bring whatever that thing is. And we'll break it down by way of law with the 3 simple steps. That's all you got to do. I got the bowl ready, y'all. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff, darling. Solo Breezy, baby. I haven't seen you in forever. It's good to see you. Much love to you, Twitter. Much love to you. Enjoy your day. And remember, if you wait less, you'll wait less. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Peace out, Twitter.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
I am.
You got it. Let's see. Facebook, Indie, and YouTube. Monique, baby, it was good to see you. Nah, Artorias, Ruby. Mm. You have our deepest condolences, beautiful Ruby. You're loved in this space, and it is good to have you back. Shea Butter, Joaquin, Asanya. And for the others who've not made themselves known, I see y'alls. Much love to you guys, YouTube and Facebook.